Zo, boys en girls, we zijn terug. En we hebben het eindelijk gehad. Ik heb het gewoon even gewoon doorgelopen. Je moet maar kijken in de volgende aflevering. En kijk, we zijn terug. Bij ons meneer Gladwin Moon.
Hello, Mr. Moon. I have the moons you asked me to collect.
Oh, goodness! You're as fearless as I'd hoped. An excellent start. If we can collect more, it may shed some light on who's behind all this.
Ooh.
Of course, I first suspected Peeves. He drove the previous caretaker, Rancorous Carp, to an early retirement with his intolerable buffoonery. But that does not explain the boggart in Hogsmeade, does it? No. I am determined, with your help, to discover the identity of my tormentor.
I have the time, but make no promise. I'm glad to help.
It's definitely intriguing. I'd like to help you solve this mystery.
You, my friend, are a gentle person and a scholar, and I have something to offer in exchange for your assistance. Now,
Give me good
remember,
loot.
the moons are only retrievable at night. Thus, I encourage you to use a disillusionment when necessary.
Ooh.
How many statues are there to find?
I don't know precisely, but I've spotted dozens. Seems they're everywhere I look. You have your work cut out for you, if you were to ever unravel their meaning.
Dus je weet niet hoeveel
You
dat er
mentioned
zijn.
offering something in exchange for my assistance.
I did. Once you've brought me enough moons, I'll show you even more powerful forms of Alahamora. Not every lock is as easy to pick as the faculty towers.
Dat is wel
Understood.
een goeie.
I shall keep an eye out.
I appreciate that.
Dat is wel een goeie, zo van, voor te weten van.
Oh, and I knew you were the one to ask for help. Keep at it so we can solve this mystery.
Ja. Oké. En we zijn level 22. Ondertussen gaan we ook kijken. We hebben dus de laatste quest. Dus de een beest of zoiets. We hebben hier ook nog collection zeker of? Nee, inventory. Nee, gear. Wat zeg ik nu? Waren deze beter of niet? Ja, deze zijn beter. Deze is ook niet meer beter. Dus deze zijn beter, oké. Ja, ik denk dat ik dan naar een vendor ga gaan. Voor deze dingen. En we gaan even naar de map. Nee. En we gaan zo fast travelen. En dan beginnen we deze main quest? Of main quest? Main quest. The man behind the moon. Wait. It's still day. Ik heb daar een hele nacht gezeten ofzo. Dat is toch ook wel raar.
Welcome, everyone.
Oeh!
I see you've already met some of the many beasts we study in this class. Though be advised,
Ooh,
none
dodo.
of these creatures should be taken lightly. They are all in their own way dangerous, especially if one does not know how to handle them properly. Now, it seems many of you are out of practice. Let's take some time to review the basics of how to care for a beast, shall we?
Yeah.
Miss Sweeting, would you please assist our new student with the lesson today?
Yes, Professor Howen. Hello, I'm Poppy Sweeting. Don't worry about Professor Howen's speech. She over-exaggerates sometimes. All the beasts in class are perfectly safe. Oh!
Miss Sweeting, pay attention, please. The tongue of a puffskein can be a slippery devil.
Yes, Professor. Here, You can practice on Gerald. Just keep an eye out for his tongue.
Oh, it's so funny.
You can use my brush. Just be gentle. Oh, and think pleasant thoughts. I like to think it enriches his experience. That's lovely. I'm sure he feels much better. I think he might be hungry. Would you mind giving him some beast feed?
Moet toch niet zeggen dat ik dan allemaal...
What do you suppose the pellets taste like to Gerald? Pudding, I like to think. I think we can safely say that Gerald likes you.
That's good news. He seems very nice.
He is.
Oppassen.
Kindness is one of his best qualities, right after ambition. And cleanliness.
Good work, everyone. Now, let's make our way to the pens and select another beast. And
Okay.
please, do be careful as you feed and groom them. Miss Sweeting, why don't you show our new student to the Neasels in the farthest pen?
Ja!
This
Ik wil
way.
een dragon.
The Neasels are over here.
En dat tijgers of katten?
Oh, couple of knees or whiskers ought to get me a few canuts at least. Enough to buy something from Honeydukes. Stupid thing.
What in Merlin's name are you doing?
Tuss, peculiar Poppy. Worried about a worthless little rodent.
Her name is Persephone!
Her name is Persephone.
That's really not funny.
Weet je wat, en dat is dan ook een Ravenclaw?
Let's go.
Let's see. Oh, kijk hoe cute.
Those two don't belong anywhere near this class. Poachers in training. Persephone was onto them instantly. Thank you for your help. Let's carry on. Feed and brush the Neasels just as you did with Gerald. The Neasels really took to you. They know a good egg when they see one. As do I.
Now, where...
Nee, ik ben nog niet klaar. Ik ga ze nu alle drie ook doen hoor. Kijk hoe cute. Ze vallen me niet eens aan. Cute.
Hello, Professor. You wanted to speak with me?
I did. How did you find your first beasts lesson?
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
It was wonderful. I believe I'm really going to enjoy this class.
Good. You seem to understand that when beasts are properly controlled, they can play a vital role in our lives. Some provide us with magically imbued materials, if cared for correctly, which does not include torturing them for whiskers. Well done, by the way. Probably best to let me handle it next time.
Yes, Professor.
They're nearly as bad as the Savagers in Rookwood's poacher pack. Sadly, we're the ones who suffer, stumbling over dead beasts. Terrible waste of resources.
Surely the poachers can be brought to justice by someone. The Ministry, perhaps?
An optimistic idea. Now, why don't we focus on more immediate matters that we can control?
Yeah.
Professor Weasley has asked that I prepare some assignments designed to help you catch up to the other fifth years.
That's
Be
good.
on the lookout for my owl. Meanwhile, I also encourage you to study as many beasts as you can on your own time.
Ja, want ik heb er hier een paar, ergens een paar ooit in de aflevering gezien.
Over here.
Do you need something, Poppy?
Thank you again for saying something to those brutes so that I didn't have to. You were an augury at noon in the desert.
I certainly hope that's a good thing.
It's something my gran and I say. It means that something or someone is a welcome surprise. At least, that's what we decided it meant.
Ja,
I
give
couldn't
me
stand there and
something.
watch them harm the poor thing.
We're of a similar mind. Actually, in light of that, there's someone I'd like you to meet. In the forest.
Oeh, sounds interesting.
You've intrigued me. Very well. Lead the way.
I'd hoped I would. I wouldn't take just anyone there. In fact, you're the first.
Really? Well, thank you, I think.
As I said, we think alike. Pleasant surprise.
Dus die zijn allemaal groen. Ja. Vanaf dat we bij een beest zijn of zo, krijgen we die dingen of zo. Of moeten we alles weer selecteren?
Quite the weather we're having. What do you think?
Poppy, where are you taking me?
It really is much better if I just show you.
Ja, we weten nu dat we kunnen lopen, dus...
Don't worry, we're nearly there. It's just ahead. Stand back.
Woo! Oh. Een griffon zeker of zoiets?
Please meet Highwing. Isn't she just magnificent? Go on, introduce yourself to her. But be careful. You must always show hippogriffs the proper courtesy before you approach them.
Wat was het? Een hippogriff of zoiets?
I knew it! I don't think I've ever seen a hippogriff take to someone this quickly. You can feed and brush her if you'd like. I come and check on her every once in a while. Bring her pasties, tell her what's going on in the castle. You wouldn't know from looking at her, but she's a dreadful busybody.
Oeh! Hopla, 2 in één keer, why not? Why not? Oh. Ze is weer weg. Oh. Oh.
So, what did you think of Highwing?
I thought she was brilliant. Can't believe you introduced me to her.
I suspected you two might get along.
Are you the reason students have been seeing hippogriffs flying above the Forbidden Forest?
Perhaps. Did you know that once you earn a hippogriff's trust, they'll always be there for you? I've seen it firsthand with her.
How exactly did you and Highwing cross paths?
It's a longer story, but I rescued her from poachers a few years back. Got her to safety and, well, she was fine until recently. You may have noticed that poachers are something of a problem in the area, so I worry they could get her again. And I might not be there next time.
Professor Howen mentioned the poachers as well. She seemed to imply that we couldn't rely on the Ministry to help.
I don't often agree with Professor Howen, but on that, I fear she's right. The poachers' influence is growing. I see them every day in the village, lingering, talking to people. They're up to something. I'm just not sure what.
That does seem strange. Sounds as if they're planning something.
Exactly.
Ja.
I think I'm going to look into it. Find out what's going on. What they're doing.
Would be good.
I think that's a fine idea. Information is power.
And the more I know, the better I can keep
Ja.
Highwing safe.
You seem undeterred. Will you let me know what you find out?
Oh, very well. I will. I should be going, but we'll speak again soon, I hope.
Ja, sowieso. Dus moet weer alles aanzetten. Damn, het is wel. Ah, maar dat is hier allemaal. Dan kunnen we deze op de B zetten en deze op de dinges. Hup. Dan hebben we dit. Dus dan doen we gewoon zo. Dan hebben we alleen maar de bovenste en de onderste combat fights.
Hello, friend. I wonder if you might stop by the Three Broomsticks when you can. I would like your help with something.
Ooh.
As I mentioned, my sister Anne misses Hogwarts, and she hasn't been herself lately. I'd like to take you up on your promise to visit her with me. I'm heading to Feldcroft soon, so I'll look forward to seeing you there.
Yeah.
It's just south of Hogwarts. By the way, hope you're faring well with the blasting curse. It's still one of my favorites.
Yes, maar sommige dingen kunnen we gewoon ook nog niet naartoe gaan. We hebben hier nog een quest. Wanneer is naar daar gaan? Wanneer is naar daar gaan? Als we daar dan een quest hebben. Oftewel is het compleet, oftewel is het niet compleet. Oftewel is het een hele nieuwe quest.
Now that you've attended Beasts class, I've asked Deke to assist you in using the room to further your studies in that regard. Please meet him there when you can.
Goed.
I've not heard from my Uncle Roland in quite some time. I've been beside myself with worry. Could you meet me in the courtyard?
Dan de ladder.
Adelaide Oaks, isn't it? I received your owl.
Yes, I'm Adelaide Oaks. Oh dear. You see, my Uncle Roland is a metal trader who's quite well known in the goblin community.
Ja, man,
He normally sends me owls every week when he's on his business travels. In his last owl, he alluded to dealings with those radical goblins, Ranrock's loyalists. It's been ages since that owl and I'm worried. What with the troll attack on Hogsmeade and the rumours that goblins may have been involved, well, I'm fearing the worst. Should I be worried about my uncle, or am I overthinking this?
I will be worried, yeah.
I think you're right to be concerned, Adelaide. Your uncle may be in trouble.
You're much more understanding than Professor Weasley. She heard I was going to look for him and forbade me from leaving the grounds. She's convinced he can handle himself, but I can't concentrate on anything until I know he's all right. Could you try to find out for me? From what I hear, you're almost as adventurous as Uncle Roland.
Has your uncle traded with many goblins?
Yes, for ages. Even speaks gobbledygook. But he only recently mentioned Ranrock's lot, insisting the galleons were worth the risk. He does it for me. Between robes and supplies, attending Hogwarts costs a fair sickle. And besides that, Uncle Roland has expensive taste. He's sacrificed so much for me over the years. I promised him that as soon as I finish Hogwarts, I shall be the one taking care of him.
Oof. Dat is wel schoon.
I take it you and your uncle are close.
We are. My mother died when I was born, and I lost my father when I was 5.
Oof.
Uncle Roland's looked after me for as long as I can remember. He knows I get anxious when he travels, and that's why he sends me all the owls, to let me know that he's all right.
Dat is wel een goeie.
I'll try and look into it for you, Adelaide.
Thank you. He's very thorough in his record keeping, notes all his trades in a journal, makes maps. In fact, in his last owl, he drew me a map of his next stop. He'd planned to set up camp north of here. I do hope you're able to find out where he is. Thank you again for any help you can
No
provide.
problem. En ondertussen duurt de serie ook weer heel langer.
He tried transforming a rabbit into a dinner plate.
Kitty. Oh. Cute. Ga ik kijken. Ah, oké. Hier kan we niet. Maar er was hier nog een quest, hè. Wees dat we naar hier moeten gaan. En dat we dan zo richting daar gaan. Ja, meestal pak ik toch als een verkeerde fast travel point. Dus dat is weer zoiets van. Ja.
You already have the wormwood. What about the shrivel fix? Bet you don't have the porcupine quill.
Told you.
Can I help you?
I believe you can. I'm Sophronia, by the way, and I need help from someone who's at least a 5th year. Are you familiar with Herodiana Byrne? Don't answer that. Of course you're not. No one seems to know of her but me.
Okay.
She's only the single greatest Depulso master of all time. Even taught at Hogwarts, briefly.
How interesting. I'm amazed I've never heard of her.
It's a travesty she's not more well known. I often read about great witches in my limited free time.
Ooh, free
There are
time.
many. Whilst reading about her,
Er is ook free
I
time voor
learned
mij.
that she built a secret Depulso training room here at Hogwarts. But in typical clever Herodiana fashion, one cannot access it unless one knows Depulso, which of course, 3rd years aren't taught.
And you're a 3rd year, so...
Quick one, aren't you? According to what I've read, her signature outfit may still be there. I would love to see it. Would you get Herodiana's signature outfit and show it to me?
If you tell me where to go, I'll see what I can do about it.
Simply go to the Hall of Herodiana. It's at the
Oh,
base of the Defense Against the Dark Arts Tower. There, you'll find a series of Depulso puzzles concealing pieces of Herodiana's ensemble.
Very well. I shall let you know if I find anything.
I can't wait to see Herodiana's famous ensemble. I'll make myself a copy.
Revelio! Suppose I should look for that secret hall Sophronia told me about. It does sound interesting.
Maar ze tonen ook alweer een waypoint van waar dat naartoe moet gaan, hè. In principe. Wee!
What as well be surrounded.
Accio! Depulso! This must be the entrance to the Hall of Herodiana.
Oh. En ik heb dat gedaan
Hall of
terwijl dat iedereen
Herodiana.
erbij staat.
Better go inside and find those puzzles. Revelio!
Ik denk dat we ook nog een keer naar dingen moeten gaan. Vooral denk ik te kopen.
Now to see if Herodiana Byrne was as good as Sophronia said she was.
En dat is puzzel nummer 1.
That chest looks... That wasn't too hard. I wonder what's next. Depulso! Accio!
Zo. Up. Zo.
I think I'm getting the hang of this now. Just one left.
Ah, ik heb deze kunnen.
Accio. Depulso. Accio. Depulso.
I see. A switch reset everything. Good to know.
Depulso.
Oké, we gaan denk ik zo doen.
Accio. Depulso. Accio. Accio.
Awesome. En we zijn er.
That's the last of them. Seems I was a... And this must be the last piece of Herodiana's ensemble. It is remarkable. No wonder Sophronia wants to see this.
Enter the Dark Tower Defense. Oef. In principe, het was wel een beetje zoeken. Maar... Oké, dus deze kunnen we heel een tijd opnieuw doen. Ja, deze ga ik nu niet meer doen, ja. Want ik hem nu helemaal voltooid heb. Ik denk dat er gewoon veel te veel sidequests zijn. Dat je gewoon... Ja, dat er gewoon veel te veel zijn eigenlijk in principe. Dat het gewoon moeilijk is voorbij te halen. Ah ja, we kunnen dat doen, we kunnen dat doen, snap je zo?
I promise you, more teachers.
Hier.
Well, did you find...
Sophronia, I solved all the puzzles in the Hall of Herodiana.
Incredible! Then you found Herodiana's outfit. May I see it?
Yes.
Of course. Behold.
Oh, how grand! You'll look as majestic as Herodiana herself, the greatest Depulso master of all time. You're my second favorite hero!
Krijg ik daar ook iets voor terug of is het op mijn kin kloppen?
My interest in herbology stems.
Blijkbaar is het op mijn kin kloppen. Meet Sebastian, dat zijn allemaal mijn questjes. Dat zijn allemaal andere questen. Maar ik ga nog een keer naar dingen gaan. Nee. Map Chamber. Ja, deze moeten we hebben. Voor mijn gear. En dan switchen we over naar de andere.
Deke.
Map.
Ah, Deke is so happy to see you. Deke noticed this bag in the room the other day. You must need it to help with your schoolwork. Deke has seen one of these before. Deke calls it a knapsack. Perfect for gathering and transporting beasts. Pleasant little breeze.
I have been thinking about something Professor Howen said in Beasts class. That I should study as many beasts as I can on my own time. She also mentioned that poachers have been active in the area. So, perhaps the beasts will be safer with us than out on their own.
Precisely what Deke was thinking. You see, the room knew exactly what you needed, and luckily, Deke can show you how to best use the knapsack and where.
Tell me.
Come along then. Our first stop will be beyond the castle grounds. We can leave now, or you can come and find Deke when you're ready to go.
Dick, ik ga even wachten. Ik heb deze nog nodig. Weer gear en al, dat we weer beter zijn. Oeh, dit is veel beter. Nice. Slechters. Slecht. Deze. Oh, niet goed. Het is hetzelfde. Maar ik heb dan liever deze, omdat we deze hebben. En die andere hebben we nog niet. Right. Ja, maar ik wil wel change, hè. Laten we het gewoon via dit al. Ik vind die leuk, ik vind die gewoon leuk, oké? Diek. Nou, we can. I'm ready to learn how. Yeah.
I'm ready to learn how to use the knapsack.
Perfect. Deke loves an outing.
Want ik wilde echt weten hoe dat is. Dus ja, prachtig, hè.
That was a dark time in Deke's life. Deke found himself in service of the cruelest wizard he ever met. A nasty poacher. Deke hated working for him. He did horrible things to beautiful beasts. Oh. It was during those days that Deke first saw a knapsack. It'll be nice to see one used for good.
Dan mag ik zelf kiezen welke dat mee inpakken naar huis of...
We have arrived. Deke enjoys coming here to watch the beasts, especially the potful of puffskeins nearby. It will be nice to keep them safe. All you will need to do is get close, direct the open knapsack toward the puffskein, and in it'll go.
All right.
Oh. Cabin!
You got one!
I got one!
I managed to rescue a puffskein.
You can rescue as many as the knapsack will hold. Poachers capture puffskeins and, well, Deke isn't sure what they do with them. Deke is certain they will be safer with you. Now, not all beasts will be as simple to rescue as a puffskein. Deke suggests you next find a beast that can fly. A jobberknoll, perhaps.
All right. Where would I find one?
Deke knows of some to the west, nesting in a large tree overlooking Hogwarts. But we must be careful. Deke has seen poachers in the area recently. Deke will meet you there whenever you're ready.
Ja, en... Wat is het dan dat ik moet doen met mijn puffkins? Oeh! Mensen zijn aan het die flyers. Kijk, maar jongens en meisjes, ik ga het hier wel belaten. Hopelijk hebben jullie genoten van deze aflevering. Deze aflevering was toch ietsjes anders, dus ik hoop dat jullie genoten hebben. Like en subscribe en comment en dan zie ik jullie in de volgende aflevering. Later!